Hello again. To say that I'm addicted would be an understatement. The more I learn and the more I study, the more I want to play so I could begin applying some of that knowledge. So I'm extremely motivated to keep studying and learning and playing this game and overall getting better. So I'm going to get into a game here, world map, no moving, and see if I learned anything. Which at the moment, this one is giving me a bit of trouble. So I do know that I'm in Europe, and I see this longer white license plate with the blue on the left-hand side. And I've seen uh, yield signs like this with the curve. I've seen them in, I feel like France. I've seen something like this in Poland. Don't have too much else to go on here. So I'm trying to find some other evidence to locate me. These appear to be blue with white, and I do think I've seen those types of chevrons in France. Now, there's a lot more information that I can gather from the screen here, but I'm not picking up on anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and test that theory that I'm in France based on that information. I feel like it looks very warm. I'm going to go towards the southern part of it. Okay, and I did get the country correct. It was outside of Paris in this case. Typically, I don't try to region guess. I mean, my goal is to I just identify the country properly. So overall, I think I did well on that round identifying the country at least. But I shouldn't have region guessed. I should have hedged it more towards the center of the country. If this were a duel, that would have yielded a better result. Okay, this next round here, I would say it's safe to say that we're in the U.S. I mean, anytime I see a big pickup truck, F-250, I'm going to assume that's where I am. I do see these wooden poles. I mean, those are common in the U.S. I mean, these style houses are common all over the U.S. So, I like to region guess the U.S. because I'm from here, and I like to think that I know where I am. But I'm just going to plop this anywhere on the East Coast here. And it was, wow, okay. It was just in Delaware. Okay, so not bad. I'm going to move on here. I don't have too much to say about that one. Okay, so it appears to be a Romance language. Leaning more towards Italian. Stasio and yeah, that looks more Italian for me. I don't know too many of the metas for Italy, though, if this is actually Italy. But I feel like based on the language, it should be a reasonable guess. So I'm just going to go and plop this down here in Italy. Way down here in Sicily. So I got the correct country on this. It was just way off on the region, but you know, that's okay. I'm thinking this might also be another U.S. round. It looks like an American-style tractor trailer. There's another, Chevy pickup truck here. So right away, I mean, I feel like I'm in the Southwest, very hilly kind of environment. I am going to go in Southern California on this one, and sure enough, I was in Southern California. So that one wasn't too bad for me. I think a couple of quick giveaways on the U.S., the pickup trucks, and the style semi as well. But for me at least, that was a pretty easy one to get. And going on to one that is hopefully going to be a bit more of a challenge. Okay, I don't know what language that is. Okay, this is English. I do see the sun in the northern hemisphere, which would indicate that I'm in the southern hemisphere. Okay, so I see English and I see southern hemisphere, and I feel like I only have one of two options, really, for a place that would look like this. Is this New Zealand or is this Australia? So what have I learned about either of these countries? You see this telephone, yeah. So these would be the obvious giveaways, I think. And I have been studying these, and these are awesome tools to know and to understand. But there's a ton of them. I mean, there's so many countries around the world that have telephone poles that have these holes going through the middle of them that it's extremely difficult to remember them all, especially at my level. So which of the two countries I'm in, I don't know. So this one I'm gonna have to resort to a coin flip, only because I'm not too familiar with being able to properly identify the differences between these two countries just yet. I'm gonna go and put this into Australia. It was New Zealand. Okay. Yeah, like I said, 50-50. I'm gonna have to go back and look at both of these. Frankly, that was extremely difficult to differentiate the two. Now, of course, like I've been saying, there was enough information on that screen to lead me to make the right decision. But that one, I didn't know where to look or how to find what I was looking for. But that one, in terms of a duel, that could have knocked me out, not knowing some of the basic differences between these two countries. So positive takeaway from this is that I at least narrowed it down to one of these two things, or these two countries. But anyway, with that, I am going to shut it down now. I just got a score over 17,000, so it wasn't terrible. I think I got some good practice. As I say all the time, I got a lot to learn, but I'm going to end it here, and I will be back with another video and more commentary.